8 games in the NBA tonight on Halloween Friday, and there were some good ones tonight. We're going to go through each and every one, but we start tonight in Los Angeles. Clippers back home at the Intuit Dome tonight, hosting a desperate 0-4 winless Pelicans team. Pelicans just got blown out in Denver in their last game. What kind of effort do they give tonight? Zion going right to work there. Clippers down by 6 early. Kawhi has been really good to start this season. Pelicans up by 2 midway through the first. The biggest reason for me that they have not been good so far, they need to get Trey Murphy going. Murphy with a 3 there, end of the first quarter. CP3 with a 3 against his former team. All tied up now as we head into the second quarter. Clippers bench coming in. John Collins once again providing a spark. As disappointing as this season has been so far for the Pelicans, the lone bright spot, Jeremiah Fears. Fears walks right into a 3. On the other end, Harden's got one, and he's got one extra 4-point play. Clippers up by 6. Harden going for the 2-for-1 and the heat check to end the half. Third quarter, Clippers still up by 6, and Harden pushing the tempo, finding Leonard, pulling it back and hitting the 3. Clippers starting to pull away now. Up by 15, it's Collins again. They're up 17. Fourth quarter, the Pelicans have it within 5. We're wondering what kind of effort they showed tonight. This is the kind they need. Pelicans still down by 5 though, and it's Trey Murphy cutting it back to 2. Moments later, it's Zero Fears all the way running to the rim. Clippers still though find themselves up by 5 with 1:20 to go. Zubac up top to Derrick Jones Jr. Pelicans down by 7 with under a minute to go. It feels like it's over, but hold on a second. Zion Williamson with an and 1. Clippers up by 2, 16 seconds to go, and a costly mistake. Then Zion would get fouled after the Clipper turnover. He needs to make 2 free throws. He makes the first, and with the wall going crazy, he makes them both. Clippers without timeout, so now they have to go. 6 seconds to go, 5 to go, 4 to go. Jones Jr. to Leonard, and Leonard gets them the W. Heartbreak City once again for the Pelicans, and for Kawhi Leonard, what a start to his season. He looks so good. Clippers made it closer than it had to be, but Kawhi steps up. Harden with 24, 14, and 5 and the W. Pelicans fall to 0-5 despite 30 from Jordan Poole. This franchise is in trouble. Staying with the LA teams tonight, if you didn't see what Luka Doncic was up to in his first game back, you missed another masterclass. Full recap of this game can be found on my page. Luka with 44, 12, and 6. That means on the season, he's averaging 45, 11.7 rebounds, and 7.7 assists a night. Unbelievable stuff. Not only do the Lakers win the game, but they might have just broken the Grizzlies. After the game, Ja Morant asked why they lost to the Lakers. Quote, "Go ask the coaching staff. According to the coaches, probably don't play me." Obviously, last year, the Grizzlies get rid of head coach Taylor Jenkins for Tomas Isolo, and things not going so well, at least for tonight in Memphis, but they're still 3-3 on the season. Clippers-Pelicans game was great. This Celtics 76ers one was also amazing. Celtics coming in at 2-3, having won 2 in a row. And if you remember, their first game of the season was a 1-point loss against these undefeated Sixers. Easily the biggest reason for the Celtics having turned the tide a little bit here recently, the play of Jaylen Brown. Brown starts the night with a 3. Now Brown again in transition, absorbs the contact and gets to his midi. Meanwhile, the undefeated Sixers still have Joel Embiid on that 20 minutes a game limit, but Embiid going right to work. Celtics coming out hungry though in this one. Up by 4 in the first, it's Brown to Simon. Now Brown's got a steal and Brown's going coast to coast. What a start for JB. Celtics up by 12 in the first. They must have read the reports about their demise. They've been playing like a team, playing some inspired basketball. Up by 15. Midway through the second quarter, Celtics lead growing. Minot to Simons, it's up to 20. Philly needing an infusion of life. Who else would they turn to but the phenomenal rookie? Edgecombe coast to coast, third quarter, it's down to 9. And there's their superhero, Tyrese Maxey, coast to coast himself. Now what was once a 20-point lead is disappearing and disappearing fast. The building is losing its mind. Sixers have it within 2 and Maxey snaking the screen and getting it to a tie. So now the Celtics desperately need somebody to stop the bleeding. Who else would they call but number 7? Fourth quarter, Celtics maintaining a 7-point lead and trying to put this game away. Derek White with the floater. 3 minutes to go, Celtics up by 7. It's Brown again, and it feels like it's over. But these Sixers aren't those Sixers, and these Sixers do not quit. Sixers fighting back one more time. Grimes to Maxey, and all of a sudden it's down to 5. 5-point game with a minute to go. The rookie gives it to Embiid, and Embiid goes right back to the rookie. The trust they have in this kid is phenomenal. Now they're down by 1 with 15 seconds to go, and Jaylen Brown with a turnover, the cardiac Sixers. One final chance for Philadelphia. 3.5 seconds to go. They go to Grimes. He tries to go to Embiid, but they just can't pull it off tonight. What a win for Boston. Celtics have now won 3 in a row. Just another night at the office for Jaylen Brown. Love the fight the Sixers showed tonight despite the loss. How about Tyrese Maxey with 26, 14, and 8 again? Meanwhile, in Chicago tonight, if you're not watching this Bulls team, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, how could you? Third of all, you should. You really should. 5-0 now for Josh Giddey and the Bulls. No signs of slowing down as they beat the Knicks today. Full recap of this game can be found on my page. Bulls win 135-125. The first time they've been 5-0 since the 90s. And you know what happened in the 90s? At some point, hopefully in the near future, this man will get his flowers. 32, 10, and 9. He is our point guard, and he is our general. Speaking of getting their flowers, we really need to give the Blazers theirs because they are such a fun young team with such a fun, savvy veteran helping guide them. Full recap of the Blazers-Nuggets crazy game can be found on my page as well. The Blazers finding another new way to win. Final score tonight was 109-107 as the Blazers moved to 4-2. In the Western Conference tonight, we have the Jazz and the Suns. And if you remember, the Jazz beat the Suns in overtime last week. If you also remember, Lauri Markkanen gave them 51 last time. Markkanen starts off this game with a 3. Phoenix really needs to get on track, and Devin Booker trying to get them there. Booker with a bucket there, now Booker the rebound and another one. Moments later in the first quarter, another one for Booker. When they talk about culture change in Phoenix, this is what they mean. Colin Gillespie a 3, they're up by 12. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Phoenix unbelievably up by 17, and it's Booker again putting them up 20. Third quarter in this one, Phoenix still up by 16. Remember, this is a Phoenix team still without Jalen Green, still without Dillon Brooks. We didn't see Green in the preseason either as he nurses that injured hamstring. How is he going to look like next to that guy? Booker with a 3-pointer there. Booker in his bag tonight. It was all Suns all game. They desperately needed a night like this to get them going. Suns get the win 118-96. Devin Booker leading the way with 36, 9, and 5 on 13 of 23. Despite the loss tonight, gotta give a shout out to the finisher, Lauri Markkanen with 33 points. He scored 30 or more in 4 out of the 5 games this year. Next up tonight, we go to the Eastern Conference. The Pacers seeking their first win, obviously dealing with so many injuries. Tonight, they face an Atlanta team dealing with one of their own, no Trae Young. Pacers up by 9 early. If it's one good thing about these injuries, it opens up an opportunity for a guy like Jarris Walker. The Hawks fell behind big right away in this first quarter, but now they're responding with some defense. Dyson Daniels the steal, they're out and running. Mo Gay the slam. Now Atlanta up by 2. The brightest spot for them this season for me has been Onyeka Okongwu. Second quarter, Atlanta up by 1 now, and it's Jalen Johnson right to the rim. Still only a 3-point Hawks lead. End of the first half, Siakam the turnover, and here comes Jalen Johnson again. No good, but Kennard the putback. Hawks up by 11 in the third quarter. It's starting to get out of hand. Porzingis to the rim and 1. Now it's a 20-point game. It's not really any fault of their own, but the more you watch the Pacers, the more that it looks like this team is going to be in the top 3 sweepstakes, which honestly might be better for them long term. Atlanta goes into Indiana and adds to their misery. The Pacers still winless. Great balance from the Hawks tonight, led by Jalen Johnson, 22, 13, and 8. But big-time game from Dyson Daniels. They need to get him going offensively. And for the Pacers, as if it wasn't bad enough, Obi Toppin's out till February. The Pacers are the third team ever to start 0-5 after making the finals, joining the 2018-19 Cavs and the Sixers after AI and them went to the finals. Now we go to Cleveland, where the Raptors facing off against the Cavs with no Donovan Mitchell, no Darius Garland, no Jarrett Allen, no Max Strus. The Raptors should have no excuses tonight against this banged-up Cavs team. In this first quarter, Raptors up by 5. They've been very disappointing so far this season, but Scotty Barnes looks like a better shooter. Let's pick this up in the third quarter. Cavs up by 4. They're shorthanded, so they're going to need to rely on Evan Mobley. Mobley puts him up there, and then Mobley again upstairs. 6 minutes to go in this one in the fourth. Raptors down by 2, but Jamison Battle giving them a huge spark. Battle with a 3 there, 2:55 to go. Raptors defense waking up. Now it's closing time with the Raptors up by 4. They go to Brandon Ingram, who has also been really good this year. Raptors up by 7 now, and one more for good measure. My player of the day, Jamison Battle. Talk about a must-win tonight. The Raptors take care of business. Jamison Battle off the bench, 7 for 7 from the field, 6 for 6 from 3. Cavs lose, but it was a great night for Evan Mobley.